I hope it's working. Yeah, I think it's working. Alrighty. Good. Goody, goody, goody. Yeah. Select character. One. Chaotic Evil Drow. Worshipper of Wolf. Main campaign.
So many years ago today. Ah, my foster son is up and dressed, I see. Today is the High Harvest Fair, and the West Harbor Village Council requires me to man the archery competition. The human need to celebrate Remembrance Days baffles me, but at least something productive may come of it. The merchant Galen is here. He'll want my furs, as he usually does. Coins can be useful in getting by. This past season has been a hard one, for both tilled fields and wildlands. While I attend to the archery contest, I will need you to deal with the merchant. Fetch my furs from the chest, over by the painting.
Disable pop-ups. I know how to play the game. Let's see now. Dagon's furs. So this is what my game plan is. I have a few campaigns, custom campaigns. Pool of Radiance Reloaded. It's a Pool of Radiance from, I think it's from the 80s or something like that. An old computer game. And I have a character I made for that. And that's an entire campaign. Tales of the Lake of Sorrows is another campaign. And I'll do those campaigns elsewhere. Those are just going to be saved in the game. But this one is going to be main campaign. Resume.
Good. I see you have the furs. Galen has probably set up his tent on the village green. He'll be enjoying the fair with the rest of the townsfolk. Last season, I asked him to bring a duskwood bow to trade. Sell him the furs and use the coins it gives you to purchase the bow. Your friends await you at the bridge. I suppose you're anxious to see the fair. But don't forget to trade with Galen.
Animals for their furs. Level 1 Drow. Chaotic Evil Wizard. But yeah. What's gonna happen is info. Mildor Amana. Yeah, I want to get the wizard, don't say that, the wizard character, Caldor Melvin, the good drow, is going to, after they beat the Baldur's Gate campaign, I might use him for a different campaign. The one from Pool of Radiance, and the wizard here, I'm going to turn this guy into a Red Wizard of Thea, if possible. Main campaign, this lady here, this guy. So 2 women, 2 men. Right. These people are going to be... I'm going to form a 4-character, all-wizard party to do the Storm of Sahir campaign thingy. After I beat the other ones, and then I'm going to go do Icewind Dale to stomp everything.
There you are! Come on, the fair's already started!
It's the biggest fair in years. There's folk in from all the outlying farms, and even a few from outside the mare. That means a big audience.
A big audience, all cheering for us. This year's our last chance to compete for the Harvest Cup. Our last chance to win.
What's the competition look like?
The Mossfelds won both their matches in the Harvest Brawl. They'll be tough to beat, but Amy's bound to win the Tourney of Talent for us.
Between those new spells Tarmus was teaching us and the ones we dug up on our own, I should have enough to impress the crowd. Anyway, I heard Will Mossfeld is doing the same act this year, so that should help my chances.
Oh, gods. Not the pixie impressions again.
Let's say anything about that. Where do we start?
We sign up with Georg in the village square. Come on!
WoW and this game are overpowered because they get the ability to use spells. Like, they get once a day spells. It's really imbalanced. So, oh well. I get that. 5-second rest instead of 8 hours. This game, the main campaign, is so imbalanced. And I saved Baldur's Gate Reloaded on the actual save file, and not just the quick save is actually. Excuse me. The quick save is actually from the other. Before I talk to Georg and hear the plot hooks that are about to get dropped. What was it? Skills, feats, behavior, that's all. Or something else. I was thinking of something. Crap. Character here. I don't know. I was gonna say something, I just completely forgot it. I'm dumb.
And the blight. You're sure it's spreading, Orlin?
It's no blight, Georg. It's something else. There's no mold, no rot. It's like the crops don't want to grow. It's like they haven't the guts to up and face the sun.
What do the druids say?
Well, it's just a rub, Georg. There's no druids to be found, not head nor heel. It used to be they'd warned me of troubles, long before I noticed the signs myself. But this time, we're out in silence. You think we ought to say something? Everyone's gathered for the fair, even from the outlying farms.
No. They ought to be free from cares, at least for a day. We'll go round tomorrow. Talk to the households one by one.
Right you are, Georg. Tomorrow, then.
Aha! I've been wondering when I'd see the three of you. Last year to compete, isn't that right?
That's right. What are the rules this year?
Rules are the same as ever. Win 3 of the 4 events, and you win the Harvest Cup. Win all 4, and the village council grants you a special prize. And nobody's done that since old Cormac.
Cormac, I remember him vaguely.
Oh, that boy was a legend. Oh, I'm sure there's 100 Cormacs in a city like Neverwinter. But for this town, he was as big as folks get. Old Cormac fought Lon Starling in the brawl, and some story that was. But I don't suppose you have time for stories just now.
What are this year's events?
Well, there's the Harvest Brawl. Old favorite, that one. And the Tourney of Talent. But you've got Amy on your team, so you are certain to win.
Thanks, Georg.
Just the truth, young lady. The archery competition is being run by your foster father, as always. And I managed to convince your master to supervise the Knave's Challenge.
You convinced Tarmus? Our Tarmus?
Told him it was either that or take on 2 more apprentices. And one would be Buckman's lad. The one they call Drooling Jan, is it? Tarmus came right around. Even with Tarmus in charge, the Knave's Challenge will probably be your toughest event. Though the Mossfeld boys might say otherwise.
As if I care what the Mossfelds say.
Will and his brothers have won the Harvest Brawl 3 years running. It'll be tough to dislodge them. But remember, you only have to win 3 events to claim the cup.
Mossfelds are decent fighters, but they can be beaten.
Keep an eye on Bevel, and don't let the Mossfelds get him riled. That's how they always beat him on the practice field.
Yeesh, Georg, I'm right here, you know.
If you have any troubles, you know where to find me. Oh, and good luck in the brawl!
Just need his character. Galen, the merchant. What? A dark elf here? Wait, you're Dagon's ward, aren't you? I'd forgotten. Gave me quite a scare you did. Even in Neverwinter, we hear tales about that affair in Waterdeep. Dark elves invading the city from underground, slaying people in the streets. Not that you were involved in any of that. I brought some furs from Dagon. Ah, good. Dagon's a reliable sort, always has the highest quality furs. You can't imagine the demand in Neverwinter. Relatively speaking. I haven't forgotten his Duskwood bow, either. I've always come through when you tell Dagon that. I'll warn you, the bow's a bit pricey. But it's fine workmanship. Sneaking across the Luskan border. You bought the bow in Luskan? No, from a village called Ember. They're good folk, just ended up on the wrong side where the maps got drawn. Fine bowyers, too. I'm ready to trade. So, furs, got the bow. There we go. Easy quest. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Redistar. Waiting for you. Yeah. The public awaits. I just cast a few spells. Summoning spell. Press the F key to open up quick shot.
Yay!
Entertain the children. Enlargement spell on herself. Look at that. Enlarge character.
Yay!
Ray of Frost or Acid Splash on the old barrel. Brilliant. Scrolls. A pig. Yes, look at the pig. So sorry, this man and his pig. This is. Use it on Louie's hog. Hell's taking Louie, you doing to my pig. His magic's the biggest pig in the pig contest because he used magic to enlarge person. The way that Amy just used the spell enlarge person.
I suppose so.
But yeah, and I dispelled the sorcery and I got some experience points.
So, you've decided to compete for the cup, I see. I know this is your last year, but the rules apply to all, even foster sons.
Brought the Duskwood bow for you.
A fine bow. A fine one, made by one who loves his craft. You may keep the rest of the gold as your allowance for the season. But you came for the archery competition as well, did you not? Fetch a crossbow from the barrel.
Crossbow! 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 Yeah, a really nice little trick or tip is to drop the bolts you get and talk to
Are
them.
you ready to compete then?
Yes, I'm ready.
The rules are the same as last year. 10 shots and 10 targets. Your targets will be old bottles, set atop the crates yonder. 5 is the best score so far. If you remember the lessons that have been taught to you, you should be able to best that.
There we go. 10 shots. The bolts are still there, which is nice. I'm gonna pick them up after I finish. See, it erases those bolts that I got, the crossbow bolts. And so I lose a bunch of ammo which I can use later.
Die here!
See if I can
Feel my wrath!
just need to hit 5. Let's see if I can hit all the balls. 7 rounds, 6 rounds of ammo.
This is going to hurt!
And can I get all 10?
This is going to hurt! This is going to hurt!
3.
Here!
2. Can I hit all 10? Hope I can hit all 10.
This is
Come on,
going to hurt!
one last round.
Here!
I hit all 10. That's actually really good.
Well done. A perfect score wins the competition outright. I've rarely seen such a fine performance so early in the day. You have a marksman's instinct. That much is plain. Go on now. There's still more of the fair to see.
Okay. The good thing about that is
Yes, indeed.
Ability. Yes, certain attack is to get power attack, so you can get cleave. Cleave is way more useful in a short time I'm gonna have it. And it doesn't matter what this thing is. You will see soon enough why it doesn't matter what happens to Amy.
Here are my apprentices, both of them. Are you enjoying the fair? Packs of feral children set loose to find trinkets, grown men braining one another with clubs. Do you know they're actually granting prizes for the fattest pig? As if the creatures needed encouragement.
Good to see you too, Tarmus.
I expect you are here for the aptly named Knaves Challenge. Surrounded by muck and reek, and why not encourage our children to be thieves as well? That's what I always tell them. Come to think of it, I don't think I've ever taught you to pick pockets or break locks. You'll have to find someone who can if you want to compete.
Lock breakers? Pocket pickers? I don't know anyone like that. Do you?
We've asked around, I suppose.
What about Kip? He's always nicking vials from Tarmus, and he's right over there behind the tent.
You're that dark elf, the one that lives with the sour-faced ranger. Do I frighten you? Nah, no one frightens me. So I hear you're a thief. So good? Actually, we need a good thief. Put it all on. I'll help you win as long as I can be on your team. Yes. I like this kid already.
Yep.
Come on, kid. That extra pay. He's a level 2 rogue.
Isn't that the boy who stole my basilisk eyelash? And not once, but 4 times.
That's right. My frog needed eyelashes, then I got him a sweetheart and she needed him too.
Sorry, Tarmus, he's just joined our team.
Don't trouble yourself on my account. I'll settle with the young artiste and his frogs later. Before you begin, I suppose you'll want to hear the rhyme.
If it's part of the Nays challenge, then yes, say the rhyme.
Very well, but it's dreadful. Don't say I didn't warn you. I've hidden 3 feathers, scattered them wide, placed white in a box, and locked it inside. Blue followed termite tracks down where they ran, green in the pocket of same-colored man.
So look for 3 feathers?
Yes, you and half the waifs in West Harbor. I adore children, did you know that? Swamp children, particularly.
Right, we'll be back with the feathers. Look there, something under them logs. That old wizard's trapped them logs. Yes, we'll get the traps. I get it. Simple. Just do. I'm not trying to show you how to play the game, I'm just going to live stream. And lock chest, that's where it is. If I remember right. What? Man in green.
Green in the pocket of same-colored man. I'll bet that's him over by the house. The feather's in his pocket. It's got to be. Yep.
And sleight of hand. No, wrong guy. Green. Sleight of hand success. What? Got the feather. Brother Merrick. Morning Lord grants a fine day even for a brawl. They do say he has a sense of humor. Ready to fight. Practice a bit. It's a club. Grind up clubbing.
Yes, indeed.
I suppose so. Here! Here!
Okay, maybe he can hit it. There people anywhere near leveling up? No, they are not. Go ahead. No bets. We're ready to fight.
I can do that!
Attack the same.
Let's go!
Oh, they needed the clubs.
What?
Well, I fought all three of you. Ready to fight the moss fellas. We talk to him in a second. Letting Filthy Drow compete in the brawl. Stow it, Mossfield. You take it up to me, let's go. I won't bet it's against the rules.
This is going to hurt!
Not everyone hit well. Come on, hit the guy. Oh, good. Come on.
What?
We can allow to use items. Wow! That was blind luck. Holy cow. I won the brawl. Holy cow. I did not expect it to do that. I thought I was going to lose. And after rematch. Okay, cool. Now I'm going to go. Yeah, boy. See, I spent like 6 hours. Part of the reason I wanted to show this, play this little intro, at least, for Neverwinter Axe's main campaign. I spent like 4 hours playing Baldur's Gate Reloaded to get to like 3,000 or so experience points. And here I am, here I am decimating this. Oh my goodness.
It really is a dreadful day for a fair. Not even the tents are managing to look cheerful.
We brought the 3 feathers.
Thank the gods for my apprentices. The knave's challenge is won, and I can go back to being dour and standoffish. I believe that means you've won the cup as well. Probably best to tell Georg. You know the fellow. Large, cheery, talks a bit.
Yes. Okay, so my character's gonna level up. I don't think there's any more. Say has the ability to unlock things. He doesn't have open lock. He doesn't. Well, I'm gonna make sure Amy has knocked. I'm gonna keep her close.
Well played. Well played. You've won the cup. And all 4 events. Nobody's done that since Cormac. That warrants a special reward, of course. I have a harvest cloak for you, courtesy of the village council. It'll be yours at the end of the day. If there's anything you wanted to do before the award ceremony, now's the time. Maybe a mug of harvest. I'll meet you.
Okay, yeah. Her level 2 spell is gonna be knock. Here we go. Knock. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Knock. There's knock. I'm gonna keep this lady at very close to the right hand. So that sucks. Oh, bad. Not bad. That 60 seconds for level is not great. 1 hour for level. There we go. That is nice. I can cast it on fire. Power up on life. tier 2. That's actually pretty decent. There we go. There we go. Trash. Good. Why not?
What?
I'm gonna get same tactic, but it'll work better because the game's more geared towards your character in this game. Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Yes, indeed.
What? What school of wizardry? Necromancy. Okay, necromancy is ridiculous.
What's up?
Focus. Cleave. That's what I wanted to have. Cleave.
Yep.
This is the last time I will ever have this little runt in party at all. Ever in the game. He doesn't come back. He's gone. This is it.
Gather round, mates. Gather round. This harvest fair's a celebration, but it's also a dark anniversary. We all know what else happened on this day. Not so long ago, we nearly lost this village. Almost lost our lives. Almost lost it all. But we came back. Cleared burnt farms. Buried our dead. And put our ashes behind us. And we rebuilt. Tougher and stronger than ever. Long as there's a harvest fair, we won't forget that day. And our young folks, they'll stay tough. Long as they compete for the Harvest Cup. So let's hear it for this year's winners. 3 cheers for the Harvest Champions. Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray!
The village is under attack! West Harbor is under attack! You're safe! Grab a weapon. We need to help defend the village.
Alright, let's go. Do I still got the stuff from earlier? I still got the bullets. So, I now have extra bullets. You can get that. Where that is. And the Harvest Cup. Harvest Cup. So I now have 6 units, 6 uses, or rather, of Cure Light Wounds.
What?
What's up? Follow my lead.
Let's see now. Open sesame. Sell that. I'm taking his stuff just to sell it. Pawn it off for money. For questing. But look at this. Look how within 30 minutes I have gotten all the experience that took me like 4 hours to do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go and... Yeah, put these together. I suppose so. I'm gonna save it. And then... main camera. Main menu. Okay. That'll be it for my live stream for this. I'm gonna go check on the snow. And then I'm gonna come back and go back to Baldur's Gate Reloaded. Alright,